guys, welcome to Merlin's Ears. It is Sunday morning and we're off on another adventure. This time we're going to, where are we going, Harry? Thorpe Park, yay! And we're taking some friends with us this time, so again we're making the most of the friends and family Merlin Pass offer. So we've got our friends in for £15 per person, which is amazing, because usually it's around £50 per person to get into Thorpe Park. So we're going to meet them there, which also means that now there's other grown-ups, I can go on the big rides instead of just going on the smaller rides, which is good. I'm usually a bit of a wuss with the rides at Thorpe Park, so I don't know which ones I'm going to brave. I definitely want to do Walking Dead. Probably I might brave Derren Brown. But the rest we'll have to see how we get on. I have spoken to Thorpe Park already to see if they'll allow me to take the GoPro on the coasters, and they have said they have got a strict policy. They won't allow any form of recording on the rides, so you'll just have to rely on my reviews, and we'll film the rides as we're walking around the park, so you get to see what sort of stuff they've got on offer. We should be there in about 10 minutes, so we'll see you in a bit. So we've made it through security. There was about a 10-minute queue to get in. It's surprisingly busy today. We thought it'd be quieter now that the schools are back, but then we figured actually anyone with the standard Merlin Pass had the summer holiday block where they couldn't use it on Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. This is the first weekend that standard Merlin Pass holders such as ourselves can use our passes on a weekend, so I think everyone's making the most of it. So it's pretty busy getting in, but saying that, Neil's just checked the Thorpe Park app and the queue times are currently relatively small, so we're going to make the most of that and get on some of the big rides. First ride is going to be Swarm. I am terrified, I'm not going to lie. As much as I go on all of the roller coasters in Florida, I've got a kind of a weird fear of going on the ones at Thorpe Park for some reason. As we pulled in, I looked at them and I thought, well, they don't look so bad compared to Florida, but I've still got that little bit of nervousness about them. I don't know what it is, yeah, if you can see it now, there you go, that's Swarm. Yeah, so I'll let you know what it's like when I come off. So just had a bit of an interesting experience, and the friends that have come with us today have got a small baby, obviously need baby changing facilities, so I've asked a member of staff where the nearest baby changing was. They said the only baby changing facilities are in the disabled toilets, which is fair enough, but in order to access those you have to go back to the front of the park to get services, which is on the lower ground floor of the dome. You have to pay a £10 deposit to get a key for the disabled toilets, and then you have to obviously return that at the end of the day. So that is, I can't understand why they're penalising people that come here with babies and expecting them to pay a £10 deposit for a key to a toilet. It's the only theme park I've ever been to where they don't have a baby changing in the female or even in the male toilets. I think that's absolutely disgusting. My friend is now having to change her baby on the floor in the middle of the theme park, so really disappointing Thorpe Park. That's something that you really do need to look into. So we finally got on the first ride of the day, which was Walking Dead. Oh my god, the ride itself is not very intense at all. You've just got a lap bar. It doesn't go upside down or anything like that. It's just a roller coaster in the dark. But the queue line itself is terrifying because you don't know what's going to come next, and there's live actors. I've made friends with several strangers today. I grabbed two people I don't know and held onto them for dear life. Yeah, it was a fun ride. I'll definitely go on it again, but I definitely wouldn't go on it on my own. The next ride we're going to brave is going to be Detonator. Harry's never done it before, but he does like drop rides, so hopefully he'll be alright on this. We've just got to go and check to make sure he's tall enough, and you can just see it behind me here somewhere. There you go, so that's Detonator. Let's go and see if Harry can get on it. So we just stopped off at Sticky Sisters for some lunch, and I do sound a bit of a moaning myrtle, but honestly, I don't know what's going on at Thorpe Park today. We brought friends all the way down from Birmingham to see the park, and it has been a bit of a letdown. We've gone into Sticky Sisters for lunch. It was only just gone 1 o'clock, so it's lunchtime. They'd run out of ketchup, they'd run out of mayo, they'd run out of gas, so they couldn't cook any burgers, so all of our food came apart from Harry's kids' meal. We'd all finished our meal before Harry's even turned up. And it wasn't great either, and we ordered some boneless chicken, and it was basically like chicken nuggets. It really wasn't worth it. So that's the second time we've been to Sticky Sisters, and both times it's been average at best, so we won't be going back there. So anyway, let's draw a line under it and hope that the rest of the day is a bit better. We've just come to, like, let's say, the kiddie area, so we've got like the Rocky Express, and there's like a tugboat ride and the lumber jump. We're just where the Loggers Leap used to be, so we're going to get these kids rides done just while we let our food go down, and then we're going to head over to Swarm because it's only got a 20-minute queue now. Apparently it was 60 minutes earlier, so we didn't go on it. So we're just going to, like I say, get the kids rides done and then head back over to Swarm. So the ride you're looking at now is the Rocky Express. Harry's gone on this on his own because I've just eaten, didn't really fancy spinning and bouncing up and down just after my lunch. He's just come off the Rocky Express. What did you think?
Really good.
Yeah.
When I was holding on to that, I was at the end, I was like, oh! going round to the other end. I was like, get back to the other.
Yeah, would you go on it again?
I would.
Yeah, marks out of 10?
Huh?
Marks out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, the ride we're looking at now is the lumber jump. It's just like a kids drop ride. Harry's on there with one of our friends. He didn't want Mummy on the ride with him showing him up this time. So the timber tugboat and the lumber jump, which is just over in the distance there, they both came to Thorpe Park last year, I believe, from the Weymouth Sea Life Centre. I think this is Thorpe Park's attempt to make it a bit more family orientated now. So we finally managed to get on Swarm. We had to pay £10 for the privilege though, so we got one of the fast pass tickets. It was the one-shot adrenaline, which was £10 a person. We got round to the Swarm queue though and found the queue. By the time we got there, the queue had gone down to 10 minutes, which was a bit of a pain. We probably could have switched it for another ride, but once we got there we just thought we'd just use it and get on. Fantastic ride. I've always been really terrified of Swarm. Neil told me to give it a go and I really wasn't disappointed. It's probably now my favourite ride in the UK. It was amazing. I would definitely go on it again. I'll try and put some ride footage of it here for you because obviously you can't film on the ride. So I'll film it going around here now for you, and I'll also put in a still shot of the fast pass prices. So if you're thinking about getting in yourselves, you've got a better idea of how much it will cost you. The ride we're looking at now is the tidal wave. You'll see why in a moment. You can see going up now is the detonator drop ride. We took Harry on this earlier. He actually wanted to go on it. It's really intense. It doesn't look that bad, but it really is intense. It's a detonator. It's way more intense than it actually looks. When you're on the ground level, it gives you a countdown from 5 to 1 before it drops. When you're actually on the ride, when you're up the top, the speaker says like 5 and then it drops you, so it misleads you and makes you think you're going to get a countdown when you don't, and it leaves you like your stomach just whoop. Harry was fine with it though, so I was really proud of him. He's just queuing now for the Dodgems with Neil, so I'll film him going round on that. Home from Thorpe Park now. It's been a kind of a mixed bag really. We've had a few things that I spoke about earlier, a few disappointing moments, but on the plus side, Harry did get to go on Detonator for the first time, which you loved, didn't you? Your favourite one now. I got to go on the Walking Dead ride, which was brilliant. It was a little bit scary. I kind of went on there hoping to kind of test myself to see how I'd cope with a scare maze. Bearing in mind there's only one zombie in there and it still freaked me out. I'm not quite sure I'm ready for a scare maze, but we'll see. Because we're going up to Alton Towers in October for their Scare Fest, so I don't know, we'll see how brave I am. Maybe I'll give it a go. The Walking Dead ride itself was fantastic, and we got to go on Swarm twice. The first time we went on the right hand side, as if you're facing forwards, and the second time we went on the left side, and I feel like the left side was probably a bit more intense. It made me feel a little bit queasy when we got off. That being said, it's still a fantastic ride. It's probably my favourite ride in the UK. So we're just on our way home now. I just want to say thank you for joining us on this adventure, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!